Hello students, in this video we will be learning about foreign plural nouns, okay? So the topic of this video is foreign plural nouns, okay? Plural nouns. So we've been discussing about irregular plural nouns and this is one part of it, okay? Okay. So what are foreign plural nouns? Okay, so they're basically words which are borrowed in English. Okay, they are borrowed from other languages. Okay, so there are many of these types of words. Okay, so all you have to do is you have to learn them, but it won't be needed that much for English language. Okay. So like I'm going to give you some examples. So our first example, let's see, I'll take it in red and I'm going to write fungus. Okay, fungus is a borrowed word. Fungus, it is a borrowed word. Okay, so fungus was actually borrowed from Latin. Okay, this comes from Latin. So fungus is the word from Latin. So what we can do to that word is we can add if we talk it, if now this part of the word is actually on what the context of the sentence. Okay, so if you are doing it in a normal but informative sentence, then you would say funguses. Okay, but if we are talking to some scientist and he's talking about fungus, he will normally say fungi. Okay, because if you live your life on fungus and if you have studied them your whole life, then most scientists would say fungi to fungus. Okay, because that's the scientific way of saying it. Okay. This word from Latin comes. The fungus word comes from Latin. Okay. Another word which comes from Latin is let me erase this. Another word it is called. I think you might know it, but it's cactus. Okay. So it is cactus. Let's see. I'll take green for that. Cactus. Okay. But this also comes from the word comes from the language of Latin. Okay, so it's don't take it seriously because you don't have to learn Latin or Greek to understand English. You don't have to. It's optional. If you want to, you can learn, but it's not mandatory to learn Latin and Greek to understand English. Okay, it's not mandatory. Okay. Now cactuses, they can be pluralized like this. Now if I take black, okay, I'm going to take black. Now cactuses will also be in the same way as funguses. In the normal informative text, it will be cactuses. Okay. Or if you're talking to a scientist or someone who studies cactus, it will be cacti. Okay, they'll say cacti. That's the type of pluralization in foreign plurals. Okay. Now I showed you two words which came from the Latin language, which were borrowed from Latin. Now let me show you two words which came from Greek. Okay. Now I'm going to erase this. Okay. Let me just erase it. Let me erase this. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now the words which come from Greek, okay, I'm going to show you those. Greek, okay, these words will come from Greek. Now let me write these words down. Greek, okay, for example, thesis, okay, this comes from the language Greek. And also we have the word criteria. Okay, so these two words, I'm just giving an example, they come from the language of Greek and they were borrowed to English. Okay, so now you know what foreign plurals are, plural nouns are. Now let's do some pluralization of foreign nouns. Okay, So I just created this chart, okay? So this is the language over here, and this is the change, how we change it. This is the singular, and this is the irregular plural, and this is the regular plural. Okay, so our first word is is change. Okay, so we have first change, A to AE. Okay, so the singular is larva. Okay, so now we go to the irregular plural. Okay, larvae. Okay, that's the irregular plural. Now we have the regular plural, which we put an ES or an AS, which is larvas. Okay, and then we have the second change, which is US to I. Okay, so in the singular we have fungus. Okay, and then in the irregular plural we will have fungi, because we're transforming it into an I. Okay, so the regular plural will be funguses, but in the irregular plural it will be fungi. Now so these two words which we did are from Latin. Okay, they're from Latin. Now let's go to the third word, which is also from Latin, and so is the fourth one. Okay, so these two words, and this one is UM2A. Okay, it's datum. Okay, but you can do it to data in irregular plurals. Okay, but regular plurals, it doesn't have it. Okay, it doesn't have a word, so we just ignore it. Okay, next we have the Latin word EX to ICES. Okay, now our word is in example is index. Okay, now what we do to the irregular plural is we do an indices. Okay, indexes. Okay, that's also a way to pronounce this word. Okay, now we have the regular plural for the word index, which is indexes. So I told you there's an ES in regular plurals, most of them. Okay, and then there is a Greek word. The last two are the Greek words. So let's see that. Okay, so there's an IS to ES. Okay, so the regular plural over here is this. So thesis is in our singular, and then when you make it a pluralization, irregular pluralization, then it will be thesis. Okay, this word. Now we have regular plural, which will be thesis. Okay, thesis, ES. Now Greek last word is on to A. So when we have singular over here, it was criterion, but we can move it criterion, but we can move it to criteria over here. Okay, so there's just an A transforming over there, and this regular plural does not have regular plural. Okay, so we just take it into the irregular or singular plural. Okay, so you just ignore this one too. Now if you can remember this, it's okay, but what if you need it to use it in a sentence? Okay, what if it comes in your exam? Well, what you should do is, I don't think it will come mostly in your exams or any other sentences which you have to use. Not most of them will not come, but if it does come in, just in case, then you just have to follow this. Just trust your instincts. Okay, because these are a little bit easy, and I'm sure you have heard of them before. These words which I just told you, I'm sure you have heard these before. So just trust your instincts. Okay, so that was it for today. I hope you understand the foreign plurals, and if you understood it and if you liked it, please give the videos a thumbs up. If you want to support us, please do by subscribing. And if you have any questions, doubts, inquiries, or questions, then comment below. We will reply as fast as possible, so you can learn anything. Shumil will be out right now. Bye.